I think we're seeing a lot of these birth pangs that Jesus spoke of, but we're also seeing this alignment of Russia, Iran, Turkey, and other countries forming this alliance against Israel.
Amid the chaos and conflict in Israel, a mind-blowing incident has emerged that challenges religious beliefs worldwide. As protests rage across the globe, Jewish people have shockingly decided to reclaim their birthright and restore their historic place of worship. Against the backdrop of war and Israeli reforms, historians foresee numerous obstacles for the Jewish community. How will they accomplish this remarkable feat amidst the ongoing turmoil? And with rockets raining down on Israel from Hamas, will the Muslim community allow the completion of this project? In a twist of fate that has left religious communities in awe, a shocking event has taken place within the borders of Israel. This event has sparked a wave of excitement and speculation as it has initiated the rebuilding of the long-awaited Third Temple. This monumental endeavor has been a dream for many devout Jews, a symbol of their religious heritage and a physical connection to their ancestors. However, amidst this excitement, there is also a sense of division and conflict. Different sects within the Jewish community are fighting against the accomplishment of this goal, each with their nuanced perspectives and opinions. Some argue that the timing is not right, while others believe it is essential to fulfill a spiritual prophecy. To truly understand the weight of this event, we must delve into the history of Israel. This vibrant nation, nestled in the heart of the Middle East, has a rich tapestry of cultural heritage. Its story began with the obedience of one exceptional individual, Abram. At the age of 75, he heeded God's call to leave his homeland and journey to the land of Canaan with his wife Sarai and nephew Lot. After a treacherous voyage, they finally arrived in the promised land of Canaan. It was here that they received the news that this territory had been designated for them and their descendants. This ancient connection to the land has been deeply ingrained in the hearts of the Israeli people, fueling their passion for rebuilding the Third Temple. Picture this: a land called Canaan, long ago inhabited by diverse Canaanite tribes with their own cultures, languages, and economic activities. They were skilled in agriculture and trade, and their religious practices showcased a vibrant tapestry of beliefs. Then, in the early 2nd millennium BCE, a man named Abram arrived. His exact arrival date is not explicitly mentioned in biblical texts, but is widely believed to be true. Abram's relationship with the Canaanites was complex. Some passages portray the Canaanites as hospitable and welcoming, while others depict them as hostile and antagonistic. But Abram and his family persevered, gradually establishing their presence in this enchanting land. Fast forward through the ages, and the land of Israel has become a cradle of civilization, witnessing the rise and fall of numerous empires and cultures. From the ancient Israelites and Canaanites to the Assyrians, Babylonians, and Persians, each civilization has left an indelible mark on the landscape. During the period known as the United Monarchy, the Israelite tribes united under King Saul around 1000 BCE. His successor, King David, made Jerusalem the capital, and King Solomon constructed the magnificent First Temple, symbolizing the covenant between God and the Jewish people. But history rarely follows a smooth path. The Assyrians conquered the northern kingdom of Israel in 722 BCE, leading to exile for many inhabitants. Later, the Babylonians destroyed the First Temple in 586 BCE and exiled many from the southern kingdom of Judah. However, hope was not lost. Enter Cyrus the Great, the Persian king, who issued a decree allowing Jewish exiles to return and rebuild their temple. Thus began the Second Temple period, during which the majestic Second Temple was erected in Jerusalem. In the 1st century CE, the region witnessed the emergence of Christianity, with Jesus of Nazareth preaching and living there. But alas, in 70 CE, the Romans brought destruction to the Second Temple during the Jewish-Roman War. The historical events of ancient Israel, intertwined with religious texts and archaeological evidence, have greatly shaped the cultural, religious, and historical identity of the Jewish people. Their impact on the world cannot be understated. Now let's fast forward to the 20th century. In the 1920s and 1930s, a wave of Jewish immigration to Palestine occurred as Jews sought refuge from anti-Semitism and persecution in Europe. This immigration, known as Aliyah, had a profound effect on the demographic landscape of Palestine. Jewish immigrants purchased land from Arab landowners and established agricultural settlements known as kibbutzim and moshavim. These vibrant communities played a crucial role in developing Jewish infrastructure and institutions. Yet, tensions grew between the Jewish and Arab populations. Arab leaders and communities feared the loss of their land, political rights, and national identity. They saw Jewish immigration as a threat to their culture and aspirations for self-determination, leading to violent clashes. Ultimately, on May 14, 1948, David Ben-Gurion proclaimed the Israeli Declaration of Independence, officially establishing the State of Israel. This historical document highlighted the deep historical connection between the Jewish people and the land of Palestine, recognizing the need for a homeland where Jews could live freely and securely. It expressed gratitude for international recognition and support, referencing the suffering endured by Jews throughout history, particularly during the Holocaust. This declaration marked a monumental moment in the quest for a Jewish state, forever shaping the modern history of Israel. Imagine yourself transported back to the ancient world, where the bustling civilizations of the Middle East thrived and Jerusalem stood as a beacon of history and spirituality. This ancient city, dating back to the 4th millennium BCE, has witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the shifting of power, and the intermingling of different cultures and religions. Jerusalem holds a special place in the hearts of the three major Abrahamic faiths: Judaism, Christianity, and Islam. For Judaism, Jerusalem is the holiest city, believed to be the place where God chose to manifest his presence on earth. The Western Wall, also known as the Wailing Wall, is a revered site where Jews gather to pray and express their deep connection to God and their ancestors. The Temple Mount, the site of the first and second Jewish temples, is considered a sacred place of worship and pilgrimage. In Christianity, Jerusalem is closely associated with the life, crucifixion, and resurrection of Jesus Christ. The Church of the Holy Sepulchre is believed to be the site of Jesus' crucifixion, burial, and resurrection, making it one of the most important Christian pilgrimage sites worldwide. The Mount of Olives, where Jesus ascended to heaven, is also significant in Christian tradition. In Islam, Jerusalem is the third holiest city after Mecca and Medina. According to Muslim belief, the Prophet Muhammad traveled to Jerusalem during the night journey, Isra, and ascended to heaven from the Al-Aqsa Mosque on the Temple Mount. The Al-Aqsa Mosque and the Dome of the Rock are revered Islamic sites of prayer and spiritual significance. The significance of Jerusalem to these three religions goes beyond religious practices. It has influenced the historical and geopolitical landscape of the region, often causing tensions and conflicts. The Israeli-Palestinian conflict has further complicated Jerusalem's status, as both sides claim it as their capital and seek sovereignty over the city. The challenges of building a new temple in Jerusalem are numerous. Choosing a suitable location that respects the religious significance of the area while addressing practical concerns is crucial. Obtaining permits and navigating bureaucratic processes add complexity to the project. Designing the temple requires balancing tradition and innovation, capturing the essence of faith while meeting the needs of worshipers. Securing funding through community donations is another significant challenge. This ambitious project requires an incredible amount of effort, starting with engaging individuals, businesses, and philanthropic organizations to fundraise and support the cause. Effective communication skills and persuasive abilities are vital to inspiring potential donors to contribute generously. The challenges don't end there. Temples are architectural masterpieces, filled with intricate carvings, elaborate ornamentation, and skilled craftsmanship. Finding the right artisans and laborers who possess the expertise to bring these designs to life can be quite a challenge. And let's not forget about the traditional construction techniques and materials that temples often follow, which can pose logistical hurdles in today's modern construction industry. But it doesn't stop at construction alone. Ensuring the temple's structural integrity and longevity is paramount. Collaborating closely with structural engineers and architects, the project team must incorporate robust engineering principles to withstand environmental factors such as earthquakes and extreme weather conditions. The saga doesn't just revolve around construction. The Sanhedrin is actively involved in cultivating farms and forests and recreating ancient environmental conditions for temple rituals. They're even exploring ways to breed a pure red here, a crucial element in purification rituals. As you can imagine, the international community has a significant role in this saga. The status of Jerusalem and its holy sites has always been a hot topic in international diplomacy. Any unilateral action to construct a new temple would have far-reaching implications for regional stability and international relations. The construction of the third temple in Israel is not just a mere architectural endeavor. It holds significant historical, religious, and geopolitical implications. Such a project would have far-reaching consequences for Israel's relationships with its neighboring countries, particularly its Arab neighbors. The delicate balance of regional peace efforts and alliances could potentially be influenced by the construction of this iconic temple. Additionally, the presence of extremist groups in the region cannot be overlooked. These factions within various religious and ideological movements might seek to exploit the construction of the third temple to further their agendas. This could potentially escalate tensions and violence in an already volatile region. One major challenge to the achievement of this feat is the recent escalation of conflict in the Middle East. The attack by Hamas on October 7, 2023, has triggered a wave of violence, particularly impacting the Gaza Strip. The Israeli attacks on Gaza have been relentless, resulting in a devastating loss of innocent lives. The international community and humanitarian organizations have strongly condemned these actions, and calls for a ceasefire have resonated worldwide. This unexpected turn of events has had a profound impact on potential agreements with the Muslim community regarding the rebuilding of the Third Temple. The conflict has not only caused immense human suffering, but has also strained diplomatic relations and deepened divisions between religious and ethnic groups. It's time for our video to come to an end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you.